When it obviously you said you was at different sizes, lost weight, I
Yep.
guess, gained weight. But when was the kicker for you? Say no more. I'm just gonna follow my own path. I'm not worried about what you think of me, male, female, family member, whoever.
My weight loss journey has been going on since I think a teenager. But when I started dancing was when I was like, you know what? You either gonna like me or you're not gonna like me.
Right.
If I change anything, it's gonna be because I wanna look a certain way.
Right.
I'm still on my own weight loss journey. So I still wanna do things. I still wanna, lift it, nip it, tuck it, all that. But whether I do it or not is my decision.
Don't come in here looking like a crackhead now.
No. That's not my body goals.
Okay.
There may be somebody else that could be super
They got a
thin.
Pepsi.
She's hiding behind me.
They got a Pepsi.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, my brother.
So again, you mentioned you dance.
Yeah.
How long you been dancing first?
I've been dancing for 5 years.
Okay. And through that process, and again, different forms of ethnicity and different forms of appreciation, I guess, are when your body was different places. I'm sure like there's certain groups that love your body the way, because you're beautiful now. Certain things love your group now, maybe a little heavier. Talk about that from a standpoint, from a professional,
From
a dancer's perspective.
okay. So when we're talking like who I
Yeah, pretty much.
well, right now with the body shape that I have in the clubs that I work at, I feel
I can
like,
guess that one myself.
but
Nobody's gonna tell me that.
I want to answer.
Personally, I don't care how big a woman or small.
You know that already. You already know.
As long as she
how
can climb
big they
that
are.
pole and come down slowly, I don't care what she
As
wants.
long as she can fry some chicken, rodeo, we good.
And all right with a number
We ain't
7,
talking
we
about
all
food,
good.
man.
So go ahead, B. We suddenly interrupted
I
you.
feel like I do appeal more to the like Latino and Black community in terms of my body shape. Like I feel like I get that from like the men who are in the club.
They
like,
call you.
yeah, like come
They
over
call
here.
you a glorified sister.
But I
To the left, to the left, to the right.
There's somebody black in your family
I feel like I
somewhere.
don't appeal to like
white
certain white guys.
Caucasian men.
But not all Caucasian men, like, ones that are like very like
The suits.
The preppy boys.
yeah,
the preppy boys.
I feel like I intimidate them.
Yeah, the suits.
So
So, and is that because now that has it always? You said you've been going through this journey many years, just beyond the club, but many years of just trying to, I guess, fit into a certain of what people perceive as beauty, which again you found your way. But has that always been the case where like? You said like, Caucasian men or young boys at the time.
I feel like throughout my life,
Yeah.
I just who hits on me, I don't get hit on by the suits, but I get hit on by like Italian guys or Puerto Rican or black. Like I get hit on by them mainly, but I've learned you can get anyone in terms of the dancing, you can get anyone to spend money on you. You just have to know how to approach the person. Whether he likes me or not, I know how to have a conversation with a customer. So I'm still gonna be able to be like, oh hey, how was your
Personality
day?
still wins
like
out, right?
there's another way when you're hustling, there's another way to get to the money. It's not
Or-
just what I look like.
Or if the dancer's name is IRS. Thank you, my brother.
They get all the money. They don't even tip. They get the money.
No, they be like,
Shit, they worse than dollar bill.
They give me debit cards through here. I'm making sure I'm paying everything.
Boogie naked.
The IRS is a whole other ball game. She's the ultimate
Listen.
dancer.
I just sat
Who's the
here.
ultimate
The
dancer?
IRS.
Oh, wait a minute.
I just sat here before the show started. Had to pay that bitch some money.
She'll come out. She probably,
So, I mean, look.
now, she would be a big woman. You know what I'm saying? Her pockets be big. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
she
saying?
big in stature.
Yeah.
Not big in
Wearing
weight.
bloomers. And
But
at
any
the same
event,
time.
now I know like we're talking about doing some different things from a pay-per-view perspective, and it's not the typical that people might perceive it to be. Talk about some of the things you're looking to just expand, because we've talked offline about what you want the V persona to be moving 2019 and beyond.
I feel like for me personally, my ultimate goal would be to get to where I want to be personally, like my weight goals, my career-wise, but I want to be able to like empower other women to get up and just be comfortable in their own skin. People have always told me whether it was modeling, oh, don't show too much because there's a stigma on that. or don't do this because there's a stigma on that. And then it eventually got to the point where, before I was dancing, I was waitressing, all right? I was a waitress at a diner.
Okay.
Diner shifts are 12-hour shifts, let me tell you, okay? And you don't have
Is
like
that where
a
you
person
met
who-
Just when you was working at the diner?
Yeah, he
No,
do
I didn't
go
know him there.
he goes to our many fine cuisines in the city.
I bet he does.
He's all right.
Dude, follow me. See my Instagram. I eats now.
She works at
I
this
eats.
restaurant, but before that, she worked across town. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, B. We apologize. We do that a lot
no
here.
worries, no
Go ahead,
worries.
Alice.
Flow.
Kiss my grits.
Go ahead.
But go ahead.
So I was working at the diner and I was getting so mad that I was working a 12-hour shift. And I was like, you know, I'm breaking my back over here. I'm lifting all these plates because in the diner you gotta carry like all the plates on your
Right.
arm. You're doing
Do
everything
they
yourself.
train you to do that?
Yeah, you get like 5 minutes to train. Like,
Could I be
don't
scared
break
when women
anything and
come
keep
around?
it going.
I'll be
Bro,
scared
if you
they
went
gonna drop
if you went to the diner, it'd be food and tater tots everywhere,
I
man.
know, but I'm just saying, but I be getting scared because they be coming and like these little women with these big plates. You got the side.
So
I'm
sad for like
oh,
five teach you
I
how to
hope they
do
don't
it.
sound like that.
Some of them do.
They probably do for him. Like,
yeah, look, you get the ground beef.
Brody like, hello there, Foxy Mama. Dynamite Dude gonna take you out.
I feel that they should give them good tips because they ain't drop food on you.
Okay, see, that was the problem. All
That's why I
right.
let you to the
You used to, wait, you used to drop food?
No, I didn't drop anything because they told me point blank, you drop this plate, you are fired or it's coming out your
Yeah,
pay.
that's scary.
All right? And I was like, oh, well, we gonna get to the table today.
Drop gravy on your, hot gravy or grits. That's
Grits. You listen to so much Sam Cooke. Lord, the Lord don't know Sam Cooke. So we talking about hot grits.
The Lord was born when Sam Cooke was saying.
You was born when Sam Cooke was singing.
And his prom, matter of fact.
So
I was at work and I was like, you know what? I just worked a 12-hour shift. I barely made like $100 and I just like ran 1 million plates to all these tables.
and I got
right?
this body.
And I was like, you know that moment, the meme where he's flipping the tables? He's like, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna go to the club and I'm gonna audition. They're either gonna like me or they're not.
Oh, I'm sure they
High
hired
five.
Actually,
That's right. Go
the
ahead.
first club I went to,
didn't like you at all.
dead ass looked at me up and down and was like, you're fat.
Was that in the city?
No, that was in
Don't say the club.
Islands.
Okay, don't say the name. Okay.
in Queens.
They
They're
said-
like, you're fat.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
But no, I could understand that because certain clubs look for certain things. You know, Ed probably could speak on this a little bit better than myself. Yeah, I'm throwing shots right now. I'm letting it go now.
Wait. Before you go
he's
there,
the
Judge,
mayor.
you gotta say what Ed because people don't know.
Ed is the
mayor.
Was the mayor at a certain establishment.
And a couple
Establishments.
Okay.
I apologize. A couple establishments in the Bronx and in Queens.
actually, they closed because Ed took his debit card away from them. He was paying the bills.
His nickname is Bloomberg, so he was all.
But I can understand that because they have a certain type of clientele. Just like there's certain ones that you go to where the women only have bullet holes. Shout out to those establishments.
Yay!
I
That's
know
Hunts
you know.
Point.
No, they ain't
No,
Hunts
they
Point.
ain't Hunts Point.
That's Yonkers.
That's Yonkers. Shout out to that establishment. I know what you were talking about.
We call it the Hotel California. You get cold, we never can leave.
No disrespect. All the black strip clubs are closing in New York. What's going on?
Because it's where they're building the
Ed
map.
took all his debit cards
Ed
away
didn't go.
from
Ed didn't
all
go to the black strip club. So that's,
Oh, he go to the white spot.
yeah, that's why
they
closing up.
blooming now.
Yeah, that's
The one on 11th Avenue
Oh, okay.
got horses on the roof.
Now you're a backstage dream. A white girl.
Like my Mickamani.
Call Latrell from White Chicks. Hey Latrell.
Ed will walk by a black woman just to get to a white
So
woman.
let's go back to the story. We're digressing. We're here with the lovely V. So you go to the first club and they say you're too heavy. I won't use the
Yep.
word fat.
Well, that's
But
what
you
they
was-
use.
But they
They're
said you
like,
was fat. Okay, so what'd you do? You didn't
So
go
I
back to
was
the
like,
diner.
all right.
Right. Okay.
Because I walked in there with like a few of my friends who supported me. They're like, all right, you're gonna go, we're gonna come show you love and, make it
I'm
rain
gonna
on
take
you.
you on the other side of town
Whatever.
now.
And they were like, I left, but left too.
Right.
And it was dead in there. After that, I was like, okay.
Club
I was like,
closed.
all right, no problem. I went, had a few drinks with my friends, and then another club had hit me up online, and
The rest is history.
the
I
rest
hear
is
you.
history.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take
They
a quick
teach you
break.
how to climb the pole too.
No.
You want to learn? Get on Groupon.
No,
actually-
you don't want to learn how to climb
They
no
taught
pole.
her how to carry the plate. I just thought they teach you how to climb the pole.
But that's a restaurant.
Some strip clubs, honestly, the pole is like real. It's like real high, like
so
about
interested in
God,
climbing the
yeah,
pole.
100 feet.
In
He
Florida.
trying to get a second
He's trying to get a
job.
second job.
100 feet.
No, 100. No,
But you want to go? I can call. You know,
no,
I,
not 100 feet.
I can call Punisher if you want to be a male dancer. That's that's my boy. All right, so we'll take a quick break.
I diet too much.
Let's take a quick break and we're gonna go to question of the day. So we're gonna find out what ticks in V and you know what's fun.
I also
Don't
want to
get
answer
shy.
something we come back to.
When you come back, it's 9 Lounge Live. Come on back.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Tish Love,
It's Darnell.
Thais, along with your boy
Uncle
Mr.
Dash.
Be sure to download the DSN BX mobile app so you can check out our live stream.
Especially if your team is losing on a Thursday night, we'll be there to lift your spirits. So remember,
It's Get to Know Me live every Thursdays 9 to 10 on DSN.
importa mi estilo de vida, tú me quieres así. Tú más que nadie sabes cómo yo soy contigo. No importa mi estilo de vida, tú me quieres así. Dile que tú me quieres. Que no le haga caso a lo que le digan. Nos vivimos enamorando día a día. Dile que yo soy el que te quiere.
hi, I'm Vanessa. Check out my new show, Latin Love, on Caribbean Buzz TV.
Sé cómo pasó. Dile que tú me quieres. Que no le haga caso a lo que le digan. Nos vivimos enamorando día a día. Vida mía. Siempre que estamos juntos se hace bueno el momento. No me quieren contigo porque nadie sabe lo que por ti siento. Como soy de calle dicen que yo no soy fiel. Ya te he demostrado que mis ojos son para ti, mujer. No soporto.
This Sunday morning at 9, Lily's International Christian Outreach presents a celebration worship service with special guest, Dove Awards nominee Alvin Slaughter.
Lay down your burdens at the altar.
Come out and receive your blessings from God at the King's Temple, 36 Franklin Avenue, Hewlett, New York. Again, that's Alvin Slaughter this Sunday morning, May 22nd, starting at 9. And it's free. Let's all rejoice in the Lord. For more information, go to liliesinternational.org.
Join in the time of celebration.
If you're like me, you're always on the lookout for a place to eat with healthy options. Well, look no further than Young and Juicy Cafe, serving healthy, organic, and wholesome meals affordably priced. Their made-to-order smoothies are crafted with the freshest ingredients. Y&J helps customers change lifestyle with customized healthy meal options built for life. Young and Juicy Cafe, 13 Lawn Avenue in New York.
Question of the day again, presented by Rewind Network, and we're gonna go with a couple questions for our super talented V here. Tell me, well, I know that. Thank you, Just.
I know.
You're over anxious. Tell me, when women tell lies to men about themselves, does that happen a lot? Where women are constantly, you know, maybe when they meet a man online or over the phone, or even when they meet in person about things about themselves, is that common still that women are giving, I guess, quote unquote, little lies or innocent lies? Or
So you just want me to be out here blatantly snitching on my
Yes, I do,
female?
yes.
Facts. Definitely.
Like about themselves. Give me some examples. Don't have to be you. I'm not, no, you ain't gotta lie about nothing. But I mean, some of the things that you hear just in your journeys that women make comments about, that they lie to men about.
I mean, I think everyone stretches the truth to a certain degree when you meet someone, whether they're men or women. No one shows all their true colors right away. It usually takes like 2 months to 5 years to really get to know someone.
Damn, you said 5 years?
You never know.
Now, just to ask, you don't have to answer this question because we've heard it offline, but is right now with you, are you in a relationship, are you involved, or
Right
married
now,
or, you know,
I am not married.
Mormon? I don't know.
We didn't ask that question. You were married. He said, "Are you involved?"
He said, "Was I married?" I'm not married. I'm actually single right now.
Today, Saturday.
How
Today,
single?
Saturday.
It wasn't Thursday though.
Oh no!
Is it single and complicated, or
It's
single?
always complicated.
Oh, okay.
But
Yes, I can believe that. But we're gonna go with a couple questions on what women lie to men about. Okay.
Okay.
Age.
The first one is her number is actually double than what he thinks. My boyfriend thinks I've slept with roughly 20 people or so, when in reality it's double that number. After mutually agreeing that we would never ask one another that question, it came up again and I lied. Your thoughts on women who lie about their sex partners? Or amount of sex partners?
well, in my head, I'm a virgin, and my whole history was deleted. So
okay.
In your
thank
head.
you.
That's in your
my
head.
head.
What?
You was
But-
born again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
In her
it
head.
starts
Is that like
over with a new person.
So it's like every new guy is
It's just
you're
clean
born
slate.
again.
Clean
You
slate.
must go through a lot of aspirin. It was 50 in this
It's a clean-
bottle.
I mean, I personally probably forgot, but not to say I was with like a whole bunch of people. It just, like,
Is it double digits?
I don't think it matters. It probably is double digits,
Okay.
just based on my
Age,
age.
right,
and,
yeah.
But I don't think it matters as long as you're healthy, you're clean, and you're not, you're respecting your partner. You're not doing stuff behind their
Backstage, does
back.
it matter to you how many times a woman's been with, how many number of men if you're dating her the first time?
No, don't matter.
I
Okay.
personally
Don't ask,
think,
don't tell, don't care.
I think
As
it's
long as
more
you're with me now.
important after you meet someone if you're with a whole bunch of other people and
Right.
not with that person.
What
That's
about
the
you,
more
Classic?
important number.
This might be a sketchy subject for you, but I'm gonna ask you anyway.
Nah, I don't care. It is what it is.
Nobody.
You know what? Maybe that means she just got some
Skeletons.
I'm not worried about the skeletons because we figured that out. But she has a few tricks up her sleeve. Some things that I might not.
Oh, she's a musician.
She plays the flute.
Very well.
Yeah.
Or the saxophone.
We play a mean,
Well,
mean
with that
bass.
said, would you really want someone who has no sexual experience? Like, that would be
That's
so
what-
boring.
that's what somebody
and how
else
do you
would
get
decide.
sexual
But you know what?
experience?
But
You have to be
because then you could train that
intimate.
person or teach that person. Let me not say train. Let me not-
You have seals.
Listen, do it this way. That way. Teach that person, the things that you like.
So, would you want her to have a lower number than you have, or is it a double
Listen, I
standard?
hope she has a lower number than I have at this point. If not,
We
both
call
in
that
trouble.
cholesterol.
High cholesterol.
I'm up to speed.
Rodeo, Rodeo, your thoughts on would you marry a woman that had let's
A
say
woman of the night?
let's say it was Pinky. We've met Pinky before and she almost cussed you out.
She did cuss them out.
Yeah,
She did cuss him out.
Because my camera wouldn't take
So
up
would you
pictures.
marry a woman like that if you loved her, but just because of what you feel public scrutiny would be, would that matter to you?
If I love her, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I'd probably wear a condom for a
Even
while.
if you're
for
married.
5 years,
You should
for
always
5
wear
years.
condoms.
Even
That promotes
married?
safe
Married?
sex. Sometimes you.
Well,
That
then we
means
can't be
that means
married.
that you don't trust your partner.
Not married. I ain't wearing no
If
condom.
there's
now.
any
You going
doubt,
in.
you should wear a
And
condom.
you shouldn't marry them if you had doubt, right?
Really?
Yeah. You should
A
clear
lot of
that
people
up
do a
before
lot
you
of
get married.
things.
Unless it's about a financial situation.
married,
Backstage, you're
if you're
shaking your
married.
head backstage. Your thoughts.
Nah, I wouldn't. I mean, if you're gonna wear a condom while you're married, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
No plastic, no love.
I think when it comes to that, if there's any doubt and if your partner's cheating on you and you don't have an open dialogue about it, like, what if it's a couple that's like, okay, you can go do what you want to do,
So you're
but
talking about like maybe a poly
Open.
couple.
Yeah.
That's an
Okay.
open. That's an open relationship.
But if you're worried about,
we see he likes it. You know what I'm saying? He gave him the music.
it shouldn't get to the point where anything comes to the light after the fact. Like, you shouldn't be at the doctor like, oh yeah, guess what? No, you should have just been like, oh, I didn't trust him that night. I could have stopped it and prevented
That makes
anything from
sense.
being spread.
That makes sense.
You know?
Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's the worst conversation? Oh, let's put a condom on, or oh, hey, guess what? I have this. You know?
No, call my lawyer.
You don't have a lawyer.
I do. Ken Escher Hacking Associates. Let's move on. Her shaving cuts aren't really shaving cuts. I have scars from when I used to self-harm when I was much younger. They are faded, light scratches on my upper thigh that barely look alike of anything. I've never told my mate this, but I used to cut myself. So more emotional scarring. So you share that with that person.
I think when you're getting to know someone, sharing your mental health status is very important.
Yes.
Right.
If you know you have a mental health issue, you definitely need to make your partner aware of it so that they can appropriately deal with you when you do have an anxiety attack or when you do go into depression mode, and how to help you correctly, not just tell you some Google search answer. I have never met someone who was a cutter, so I don't know how to answer that correctly. Right. But I do think if you're with someone intimately or even getting to intimately, you should already be sharing that with them.
Backstage, I know you've dealt with a couple of cuckoos, because I've not seen this even use that word. That's shaming. Yeah, we remember we went to Virginia a couple years ago.
Yeah, but she wasn't cutting herself.
Well, she was cutting his stuff up, so the same thing.
She was cutting him? Whoa.
No. She wanted to cut him, man.
Yeah.
So your thoughts on like emotional cuts? It could be other things. It could be rodeos dated women have murdered people. I mean,
emotional health situations. Yes, you definitely got to get to know what's going on. So if this is going to be the person that you want to spend your time with or not.
Just does it matter if she cuts herself long? She's got the physique to.
Nah, let's be honest. Now, I used to date a cutter.
Okay.
Like when I was in high school, I used to date this girl.
She should cut your hair now.
He's being serious now.
And she used to literally, like, you could look at her arm. She used to cut herself back in the day. Now she's great. She's a teacher out of college, mentally straight, mentally tough. But back then she was going through so much that it was really like, there was days I would call, check on her, go to see her to make sure she wasn't dead in the house.
She now apologized because if she was with you, she'd be cutting you.
Now she's cutting class.
Oh,
no, she's teaching class. She's being a great citizen. And she's a beautiful person. But it's a serious thing. It is. Like when you really meet somebody that goes through and you're like, wow.
Yeah, he's having a serious moment, bro.
Honestly, that is. But I think I would kind of be scared to be around a person like that because they may turn around, you sleeping and cut you.
Wasn't your ex-wife do time in the joint?
That got nothing to do with cutting.
She shot somebody.
She ain't shoot nobody. No, man.
She shot at you?
No.
Who shot you? All right, let's move on.
You see her, you explain that.
Listen, I talk about what I want about this damn mic. I pay my own bills.
We were just playing.
Just don't talk about nobody else. Let's move on. We're talking about things you share with, women, because we have V here, or just a significant other, what have you. Her vote didn't really count. This is the quote we get here. My husband's very political and thinks that I vote. That's a deal breaker.
Other things that break the relationship.
What about you, Ed? I know you're very passionate about politics. Could you date a Republican woman that was pro-Trump?
Yeah, pro-Trump? No, not pro-Trump. I mean, I can deal with a Republican woman.
If V was pro-Trump, we can forget about it in the morning.
No.
Just don't turn on CNN.
No, pro-Trump. No, but I can deal with it. I can deal with a regular. A regular Republican, yes.
Okay.
Not a Trump Republican.
It shouldn't matter in bed.
I know it don't matter you, Rodeo, because you don't even turn to that channel. What about you?
What channel?
Exactly. What about you on the political piece, Joe?
I can deal with it. If I love her and I care about it, and we can talk, amongst each other and work out our differences and agree to disagree, then that's it.
And like I said, you leave all your nonsense at the door. You check it. And that's how I think you should do it. When you go in that bedroom, everything should be left outside the door.
But what about in the living room when you have a conversation?
You're in the bedroom. I ain't say nothing about the living room.
Relationships can break up in the living room too.
And it leads to the bedroom. You should check all your problems at the door.
Okay. You done, Rodeo?
Now, if you ain't got a key, that's another whole problem.
We don't have a lot of time left. The rodeoism's got to stop. Let's go. We got one more. We're going to go before we get out of here.
Yeah, they get mad. The thugs.
Lord, forgive me. Yeah, right. Her threesome wasn't a real one. My boyfriend thinks I've had a threesome when the truth is I've only kissed 2 people at once. We recently decided that we were going to have one together. We made a joint Tinder account and the threesome, and go after the same person, find the third party. V, your thoughts on the reverse line about not having a threesome? Have you ever had a threesome, first and foremost? Let me ask you that question. And then number 2, would you lie about that? I asked the question. You don't ask, you don't get. So I'm asking.
Have you had a threesome?
Yes, I have.
How many times?
I knew it was going
Now
good.
he's going next. Hey,
But my views on that, I feel like you can't let, whether it's the man or the woman, if both parties don't feel comfortable about letting someone else into the relationship, and they both equally have to be like, okay, I want to do this, then it's not going to work.
True.
Like, there's going to be animosity and jealousy.
Was it 2 you and 1 him, or 2 him? And...
Yeah, it's always been another girl and then him.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Lucky him. Josh, your thoughts on threesomes?
I've never had it, so I'm still for it.
What?
Yeah, listen.
He hasn't gone to 2 restaurants in the same night.
I'm really trying to calm myself down. I've never done it.
And your thoughts?
It's a lot of work.
And you've had a few. I had a few.
I enjoyed it.
Had an Asian and a white chick. What about you?
Hell yeah.
The 4 fat chicks.
They were cousins.
All on the couch.
Why I gotta be big?
But you like big women.
Man, no. Ain't that nothing about big. Every time y'all talk about me, oh, she was 325
You said didn't you just say that you like women that's like bus fare?
I said I like.
This is your time of year.
Family likes them. We shouldn't judge.
We shouldn't judge.
We don't
But
judge.
let me ask you a
But we
question.
going
Does
to.
that mean you count them double?